You think the pyramids are impressive. That's understandable. 4,500 years old, millions of stone blocks, precision that still embarrasses modern surveyors. But here's the uncomfortable truth. The pyramids are only the beginning. Across the ancient world, there are structures that quietly whisper something far more unsettling. Stones heavier than anything moved in modern construction without engines. Walls fitted so precisely that even today's laser-cut steel can't match them. Entire underground cities carved not in decades, but generations before electricity, steel drills, or even basic mathematics as we know it. These are not myths. They exist. You can touch them. And no one fully understands how they were built. Tonight, we go beyond the pyramids. Let's start with something simple. Weight. Modern construction has limits. Not theoretical limits. Real ones, crane limits. Transport limits. Physics limits. Now consider this. At Baalbek in modern-day Lebanon, there are stone blocks in the foundation platform that weigh over 1,000 tons each. Not estimates, measured. For perspective, the largest mobile crane in the world today can lift around 3,000 tons under perfect conditions. But that crane requires advanced alloys, computers, hydraulics, reinforced platforms, and a global supply chain. Ancient builders had stone tools, ropes, and gravity. The stones at Baalbek weren't just quarried. They were moved, lifted, and placed with millimeter-level alignment. No ancient texts describe how. No surviving ramps explain the geometry. No tool marks match any known lifting method. Even more puzzling, several of the largest stones were left half-quarried, as if the builders suddenly realized they had reached a practical limit and walked away. Which raises a disturbing question. If they couldn't move them, why start cutting them in the first place? Now let's talk about precision. Not artistic beauty, not symbolism. Cold, unforgiving engineering precision. At Puma Punku in Bolivia, massive stone blocks are cut into shapes so complex that modern engineers struggle to reproduce them without CNC machines. Perfect right angles. Identical grooves repeated across multiple stones. Interlocking joints that fit together like industrial Lego. And these stones are made of andesite and diorite materials harder than steel tools. There's no evidence of iron chisels, no evidence of drills, no evidence of the measuring instruments we'd think are necessary. Yet the tolerances are so tight that even a sheet of paper can slide between the joints. This isn't decorative work. This is standardized manufacturing. It suggests a system of replication and templates that is profoundly modern in its concept, which forces an uncomfortable rethink. We didn't just underestimate ancient strength. We underestimated ancient knowledge. The people who built this weren't just strong. They were incredibly intelligent and methodical. They had a system, a process that we simply cannot reverse engineer from the evidence left behind. This wasn't trial and error. This was mastery. Now let's go underground, deep underground. In central Turkey lies Derinkuyu, a multi-level subterranean city carved entirely from solid volcanic rock. It goes down at least 18 levels. It had ventilation shafts engineered so precisely that fresh air circulated even at the deepest levels. It had wells that couldn't be poisoned from the surface. It had kitchens, schools, livestock chambers, storage rooms, and massive stone doors designed to roll shut from the inside, sealing off sections of the city. This wasn't a cave. It was a designed city, capable of sheltering tens of thousands of people for extended periods. Now, pause for a moment. Carving one underground room is hard. Carving an entire city without collapsing the ceiling requires an advanced understanding of stress, load distribution, and airflow. This wasn't an act of desperation. This was meticulous, long-term planning. And to this day, no one knows exactly why it was built. Was it for defense? A refuge from a cataclysm? The sheer scale of the labor involved, performed without modern equipment, points to a purpose so important that it justified an almost unimaginable effort. High in the Andes sits Machu Picchu. It's often romanticized, often photographed, but rarely understood from an engineering perspective. What makes Machu Picchu extraordinary isn't just that it's beautiful. It's that it's engineered to perfection for its environment. The city is built directly on an active fault line. The region experiences intense rainfall, and landslides are a constant threat. Yet the Incas created a drainage system so effective that the site has survived centuries of earthquakes and monsoons without collapsing. Here is the incredible part. Over 60% of the construction at Machu Picchu is underground foundation and drainage. The terraced fields aren't just for farming. They are a sophisticated system to manage water flow and prevent erosion. This means the visible stonework is only the surface expression of a hidden engineering system. The Incas did this without a written language, without metal tools strong enough for the task, and without large beasts of burden. And yet, their city stands firm, while many modern concrete buildings fail. It's a testament to a deep, practical understanding of geology and hydrology. Here's where things get really uncomfortable. None of these feats exist in isolation. They appear across continents, across cultures, and across thousands of years. And yet, the technological steps between primitive and impossible are missing. There's no clear, gradual evolution. There's no obvious experimentation phase where you can see the builders getting better over time. There are no written manuals. It's as if these advanced methods briefly appeared and then vanished. This doesn't mean we have to jump to conclusions about aliens or magic, but it does mean something profound. Our ancestors were not simply brute laborers dragging stones around. They were observers, experimenters, system thinkers. They understood materials, forces, and geometry in ways that don't fit neatly into our modern timeline of progress. Perhaps they had different kinds of technologies or a different approach to problem solving that we've lost. The evidence suggests a series of technological peaks that we can't fully explain. So, what is the real mystery here? The greatest mystery isn't just how these structures were built. It's why we're so uncomfortable admitting that ancient humans may have known things we've forgotten. Not lost civilizations with flying machines, but lost ways of thinking. Ways that prioritized patience over speed, deep observation over brute force. Knowledge passed orally from master to apprentice, not archived in vulnerable libraries or on digital servers. The pyramids are impressive, yes, but the real wonder lies beyond them. In the stones too heavy to move, the joints too perfect to explain, the cities hidden beneath our feet, and in the quiet, humbling reminder that human intelligence did not begin with modern machines. It began long, long before us. And in many ways, we're still catching up. Thanks for watching. If this made you think, consider subscribing for more journeys into the mysteries of our past.